Hey everybody, welcome back to Bunny Data and the We Like Dota Community Night. It's been rife with technical possibilities as per Cheeks of Flappin'. But we have a special treat for you tonight. We have lots of co-casters and lots of skilled co-casters, way more skilled at casting than myself. We have TugzMcBoat. Tugs, would you like to say hello to the audience?
Hello, everybody.
And we have Erieks. Erieks, would you like to say hello?
Hello, everybody.
All right, finally underway after after many attempts, but I'm so glad that all of you could join us. If you would like to join in on one of these We Like Dota community nights, please feel free to check us out. We play every Wednesday night starting at 9 p.m., requeuing until a little before midnight. Details at WeLikeDota.reddit.com. And while you're at it, please feel free to check out the podcast if you don't already. Easily searchable on iTunes at We Like Dota, all one word. I'll let you guys take over from here. It looks like we've got an exciting matchup.
We're supposed to start talking now?
Yeah, sure, if you like. What do you guys think of these picks and bans so far?
I don't personally think Crystal Maiden's necessary for a first pick, but looks good so far to me.
Oh, come on, she's hot.
If you're comparing it to like the pro scene, like this is really weird. I mean, I guess you could go to Bristleback 1, but like it's not the pro scene, so really not much to gather on anything until maybe like around like pick 3, where you can start kind of formulating like what the players are trying to go for and maybe what the team comp starts to look like. But for right now, I mean, they're just heroes at this point in time. So I think it's better, especially for at the level that we're at, to pick heroes you're comfortable with, and within those roles try to find synergies and go from there.
I agree with that. I know most newer players tend to find Viper as one of the easier mids to take over, since it has that really easy, convenient last hitting.
He's a good mid.
I think.
Oh, that's right up my alley.
It's like you build him like when you play him in the pro scene, like you build him more as a tank, as like kind of a lane sustainer. You don't really, and like you try to get him in as a lane dominator, because like he even holds up to like Queen of Pain and other dominant mids like that with corrosive skin. But like playing him as like a right clicker is kind of just because he's so slow and he doesn't really have any mobility, and he's all single target. So I mean, he does have some BKB piercing stuff, which is always nice, and you can always for sure lock down one target. But I mean, come team fights, you really kind of, it's nice to have either split damage AOE or at least some form of mobility, like you see with most of the hard carries.
Yeah, that's true. He's nice for the lower level players though, because it's a fairly simple hero.
Yeah, all of your buttons pretty much do the same thing, right? The Q and the R. It's just like slow or bigger slow.
Pretty much. And then if they attack you, they get slowed even more. So
yeah,
Viper is the king of slows.
I see that they banned out the Brood. Apparently they don't want to deal with a spider today, and I can respect that. Brood's, in my opinion, pretty strong right now.
Yeah, no, she's definitely very strong. So
Sure. I think she's actually a respect ban as well. As we normally see in the games with Pretty Bunnies, Last Talent also actually favors Broodmother quite a bit, so that might be a respect ban toward him.
yeah, she's one of those heroes like you. It's really weird because you can't solo lane, because she will dominate any solo laner. Like there's just nothing you can do about it, and it's hard to run tri lanes because if you don't shut her down by like the 3rd level, she can kind of do what she wants, and then it's like now you've got a hero who's winning against the tri lane, so that kind of sucks. And then so you really like, and I don't have too much experience with it, but like I feel like a dual lane with an aggressive support who can throw down, make sure they get the wards out and early and try to harass her out, I think is the best approach, but not too sure.
Of pain.
Dyer's pick.
So with Ancient Apparition, good counter to Slark if they can get the ult on him. I don't think it's purgeable. Could be wrong.
I think it used to be.
I don't think it is. I don't think you can purge it off. So that'll definitely help. If AA is able to land it on the Slark in a team fight, that'll definitely help that out. But other than that, looks like Dyer's got a lot of split damage, good team fight, and then Stark is running as the hard carry, and then you know, I think the same can kind of be said about the Radiant band. Their push is a little bit better with the Viper and the Bristleback, but I don't think it's anything overpowering.
I'm trying to figure out how they're going to lane this right now, because it's fairly obvious that the Bristle's going to go top. Your Co-op's probably going to go to the mid. I'm trying to figure out where and what they're going to do with the Viper.
Well, you can. I mean, you can still run Viper as the one, and then just grab another support for a tri lane. It's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
I mean, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still an agility hero with a damage bonus, with a damage buff, and he's pretty tanky. So, like, I mean,
yeah,
it's interesting that they banned the PL. A PL would actually be really good here. Like, it's kind of meh against the Quap, but it's really good against the Viper and even the Bristleback, because once you get Bristleback doesn't have a lot of mana, so once you get that best defusal on him, like Bristleback actually like
it starts to hurt.
Yeah, because especially with the slow, like you get the defusal on the Bristleback, and so now he's slowed, so he can't run away from you. And then like once he like runs out of mana, he can't spam cool sprays as much. So like that AOE is not there as much as you would think it would be.
That's true. But we were talking on the Broodmother. One way to shut down a Brood, in my opinion, is just to go with an Axe, but they banned out the Axe first stage, so...
I mean, there's a lot of heroes that do well against Broodmother. Ember does really well against Broodmother. Axe does really well against Broodmother. I mean, even someone like Lion is actually like good against Broodmother. Like I know they didn't pick it, but he's good against Broodmother. Like I mean, any sort of like kind of AOE either with spells or like physical damage. Like Bristleback's good against Brood, Queen's against Brood. Like Broodmother is not like OP by any means. She can be. She feels like it. Like when you don't lane against her properly.
If
then
she
yeah.
gets fat, it's hard to deal with the spider.
It can be. I mean, if you definitely don't pick against her in the draft, I think you can have problems with her for sure. But
yeah, that's why
there
you
are
don't see
options.
a lot of like you don't see like in Brood, like she's very popular in the pro scene, but you don't see her picked first ever.
Sure.
You see her picked as a 4th or 5th pick.
5 seconds.
I know Secret likes to run her.
Right.
Dyer's pick.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you know who on Team Secret actually plays her? It's not RTC.
Zai.
Zai, okay, there you go.
Zai, their offlaner, yeah.
Alright.
I think Sing Sing's probably the best Broodmother.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Either Sing Sing
or not
or
Sing, not
Universe.
Sing Sing, sorry, Ice, not Sing Sing, sorry. Sing plays mid now.
Oh,
Okay.
I get so confused. With
Ice
all-
Ice is probably the best Broodmother player, in my opinion. He plays her a lot. He's very good. Universe is okay, and Zai is very good with her as well.
I feel like Universe is one of the better all-around.
I mean, it's
offlaners.
apples and oranges. You're talking about tier 1 offlaners on top tier teams. Like they're all very good. They just have
Sure.
their signature heroes.
I'm sure they all have their niches as well. Let me just take a moment to walk in the players and the heroes that they're on. We've got
Very cool of you.
Tugs. I'm not sure which Tugs is which because they've played around with their names. Isn't that Huge Douche?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
Douche.
That's what I thought. That so figures. All right, he's on Death Prophet. Anyway, we've got Iraq Al-Rawi with a nice set over on the Slark. I like that shark set. We have, oh man, Accuracy on Crystal Maiden. Last Talon is on Ogre Magi, and Captain Trips is on the Silencer, who is deep already down to the bottom rune. On the Radiant side, we have Neil on the Bristleback. Diddy Mitch is on Earthshaker. Busby is on Queen of Pain. Wanker is on Viper, and End of a Start is on AA. Welcome, guys.
Well, it looks like we might already have an altercation going on up here top. No, Death Prophet's gonna back off. She wasn't gonna win that. Not right now.
No.
And here we go.
And they'll grab Quap the rune at level 1. Always want that up Quap going for the standard no tally Tango build.
They might have a kill bottom. The
Looks like Bristleback's shaking the leg, and that'll be first blood going to the Bristleback. He needs one more cool spray, and that'll be first blood.
That's,
Well done.
that was a good block by the Earthshaker to force him to go that way and not retreat to his teammates that were up near the high ground there. They laned it a bit different than I thought they would.
Yeah, I mean, they're going for an aggressive dual lane on the top, so... but I mean, it's... A Slark versus a Viper is always bad. It's like, I think they landed pretty well. Crystal Maiden's not going to do much to harass... Crystal Maiden's a terrible harassing support, and Viper's a lane dominator, so that mixture between a terrible harassing support mixed in with the melee agility carry against a Viper, like Viper should dominate this lane.
It's really interesting you say that. I would think, I mean, didn't Crystal Maiden used to be a decent harasser with the Crystal Nova and her ranged attack?
She does. Like, I mean, she can be, like, but not at level 1, especially when you go with Arcane Aura. Like, what is she gonna do? She will get absolutely destroyed by a Viper if she tries to go out and zone him out. And then you've got AA to back him up with, he's got Cold Feet level 1. I mean, you know, you can either go that or Chilling Touch. Like, there's just no way that they could ever go on this lane right now. Like, Viper should have his way, and I really expect him to absolutely dominate in last hits. He hasn't gotten one yet, which is kind of a shame, but, like, just in practice, like, he should absolutely be dominating this lane. There's no reason that the Slug should have 2 last hits without, you know, at least half his health missing.
Interesting.
One thing that, I don't know if this was a misplay by, the Earthshaker is the, warding at bot lane for the Radiant
Well,
side.
it could be. If you check the warding on the last game, that was supposed to block the pull camp, they placed both observer wards inside the pull camp, so it probably is a misplay.
Yeah. I'm trying to find where the Dire placed their other observer ward. I see one top, I don't see the other one right now though. Is it still in his inventory?
I don't know, but mid lane Busby is going to go on the Queen of Pain, or the Death Pouch, selects out the dagger, but decides not to commit. I think he could have there. I honestly think a couple more right clicks and he could have gotten the kill, but he decides to back out. He will send the Death Prophet back, and she has her should have her bottle on the way there, but the courier is currently being taken by the Slark, which just my little pet peeve as a ramp, as a little rant, as a mid player, do never, ever, ever, ever take the bottle or the courier away from the mid player until he has his bottle. I don't even know.
He does have the bottle.
He has the bottle, but he had to run back and get it. The courier was all the way to the top lane before he got it. Like, he could have had the courier on the way there, but the Slark apparently needed what appeared to either be a Clarity, Orb of Venom, or a Slipper. So, like, he could have done without that. Like, the mid laner is now out of lane for a good 30 seconds. She's missing out on last hits and XP. She's now level 3, barely at level 3. The Clop is almost level 5. Like, Death Prophet's gonna have a hard enough time in this lane to begin with. The fact that she has to run back to base to go get her bottle when she could have had it before, but the Slark was using it, like, that's just absolutely just devastating to this lane. Like, she will die.
Yeah.
She will die at level 6 when Quap is level 6. There's just no doubt about it.
Yeah, and Quap is enjoying quite a resurgence in terms of popularity and strength at the pro scene leading up to TI5.
She honestly didn't even get a buff in 6.84, but the fact that the meta changed, you know, from like farming hard carries and like a hard carrying farming mid to like more team fight oriented and try to do like some push and split push paths, like she became way more popular. And the fact that she's just an absolutely dominating mid who really doesn't lose to anybody, like it's pretty good. She's in a really good place right now.
She has a few matchups she has difficulty with. If she gets behind against the Shadow Fiend or something like that, she's...
Yeah, but the thing with that matchup is that when Shadow Fiend hits 6, he can't really kill the Quap. When Queen of Pain hits 6, she can kill the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, like, she has to hit that sweet spot.
So, like, I mean, she should dominate in the early levels, and then, like, level 4, 5, you know, beginning of 6, like, getting, looks like a dive, but able to juke him out was huge to juice. But yeah, but like, it's almost like a Lina. Like, Lina's a lane harasser and can, you know, usually win mid lanes pretty well. And then when she hits 6, she can kill you. The same thing with Clop. The reason why Clop's a little bit better than Lina is that Clop has an escape and Lina doesn't. So yeah. I mean, like, honestly think Clop is probably like one of, if not the best mid. There's the right click, there's the ultimate, and then there's the drop. So yeah. That's what I was talking about. She was going to hit 6 way before the Death Prophet, and then there's just no way he was going to live after that. So
she's close to tripling the net worth of the Death Prophet right now. The Death Prophet's at about 1k. She's at like 2.7.
And I'm not gonna say that's entirely reliant on the bottle because like Queen of Pain should win that matchup, and then there's player skill to be attached to, but it would not be nearly as bad if she could have gotten that bottle. And it's just the little things like that is what really drives the flow of the game. Looks like they're gonna try to dive on the top on the Slark, but he's able to get away a little bit, and
Well, she does have
stand
a,
back.
She does have a DD rune and is hidden up there, but
like
they did
opposite
scout her
on
out
top.
with the ward.
Looks like the wraparound on top. Pop still looks like she's gonna go on the Crystal Maiden. Here comes the Frostbite. She can't attack it right now, but she is slow. One more right click and that'll do it. Clop gets a kill. Auto attack the creeps. There you go. Diag as well. Slark might get this kill if he goes for it. Oh, she gets hit by the screen.
Oh, turn around.
So unlucky. That blind screen by the Queen of Pain, able to scout out the Slark, and she gets the one right click off before he can get the pounce.
That was
Really
smart.
unfortunate.
If
But
you
well
know,
played.
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, he used the pounce to kind of get out of the trees to avoid being hit by the Clop, and then felt like he could go in, but he was waiting on the cooldown, and ended up paying for it.
Yep, they're gonna get quite a bit of damage onto the tier 1 now.
Yep.
So.
I think if he had honestly, like, if he was like able to risk it as soon as the Clop got frostbitten, if he had pounced in, they might have been able to get the kill. I think, but hard to tell.
Maybe. Oh, we might. Oh, there was a kill on the Earthshaker bot lane.
Mm-hmm.
He got caught out in the sideshow. But he did end up spending his money before they got the kill, so...
Looks like they're gonna go on the silencer. Here comes Bristleback. He's able to throw down the nasal group and he goes low, but then he gets hit by the fiery blast by the ogre. But then there's the ultimate coming off the plane. Here comes another right click on the Bristleback. One more right click, and another ton of good. The armor is really, really strong there, and they're able to bring him down.
I think the Viscous Nasal Goo was the MVP of that exchange.
Yeah, it's strong.
Most people don't give it as much credit as they should. That's a really good ability. But it
Oh,
looks
I
like
agree.
Our Quap might, or not Quap, but DP might be caught out here.
And she pops the ulti. She's gonna go on the Viper, but all it's gonna do is slow her, and then she's gonna get hit by some more nasal goo by the Bristleback, who's just gonna absolutely dominate her unless she can get those heals up. But I don't think the ghosts are gonna come back in time. It's gonna take one more quill spray, and there she goes. And that's kind of a big loss. Like, the cooldown has been increased a couple times. So definitely losing that exorcism and not getting a tower out of it is a pretty big deal. It's going to slow her down even more. You really want to try to get at least a tower out of your first ultimate. You typically don't use it at level 6. You usually use it around like level 7 or 8 after you max out Witchcraft. But not getting it at all. There's the dagger on the silencer. Here comes the Screen of Pain. And then ult again. A couple more right clicks and he's going to fall. You're going to need one more. He decides not to pursue it. Oh, he hesitated. He thought he had it. He's actually going to hit it from the couple of towers.
Ugh,
he's going to have his
that looks ugly.
too, but he's going to take another tower hit, and that's really well played. But the silencer did fall. He hesitated right there. He would have gotten another right click off, but he staggered.
Yeah.
Bit of a misplay.
I think it was just the hesitation and commitment. If he had just committed straight out, then it would have worked, but it ended up being a trade because of the hesitation.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's in the favor of the Dire by a lot. Trading a silencer for a really, really, at this point, fat Quap.
It looks like the Quap's going to go for the Fast Orchid. I'm assuming that's to, I guess, against the Silencer or the CM. I think she's going to try to go for a more ganking approach, but I'm not sure. The ultimate on the Slark up top. Here comes the Blink and the Scream of Pain, and he pounces right into the Quap. Really well played there by Busby. Able to blink right in front of the Slark so that when he pounced, he actually latched on and didn't go anywhere.
Looks like he's gonna try and chase down the CM, but I don't think he's gonna be able to catch.
He might if he blinks right. If he times this right, he should be able to get. He's able to catch her, and there it is.
Wow.
That
Well
was
played.
good,
You
well played.
were weak.
And yeah, this Clop is absolutely dominating. This is going to be her game to lose at this point in time. A bit of the misplay on Sniper or Silencer notwithstanding, she still finds herself at the top of the net worth chart by more than double. So
Yeah.
if she's able to get fat, there's not a hero on the Dire side that can stop her. And then looks like, oh, Death Prophet. That's just one of those things as a new player. Like, when you know you're gonna die, you can't pop those big ults.
I agree.
It's another tower. Like, I think of like DP's ult in terms of like towers. Like, every time you pop that ult, it should be a tower or like some sort of like huge team fight.
Yeah. Tower, Roche, or a team fight.
Yeah, especially because the cooldown is just so long. 120 seconds out now.
Okay, it looks like the Ogre's gonna walk in on the mid lane. Is able to get the ignite on 3 heroes. Mispounced by the Stark. He's gonna go in on the Quap. Quap's gonna blink away. Here comes the ultimate by the Stark. He's gonna try to go on the Viper. A couple right clicks, but I think if the Viper just right clicked on that, he's gonna get it. But here comes the Fire Blast. He's able to knock down the AA. In the meanwhile, ultimate by Bot is a huge hit, and there comes the Echo Slam. Is able to bring down the Stark.
Did you forget
I really
your
think he could have
safe
saved that
word?
Echo Slam there. He could have.
I mean, I'm
Shit,
okay with it. If you can bring down the hard carry, you waste the ultimate. I'm perfectly okay with that. You know, would he have died had he not have used it? Probably, but am I upset with the play? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a good play. They got, what, 3 out of that engagement?
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at the cost benefit of that. Like, if he uses his ultimate, he dies. All right, whatever. You know, it's nice. It's nice to use it in a bigger team fight after you get a
We
blink
have
dagger.
the
But
silencer going on. Oh, never
Nope.
mind, he's gonna back off.
okay, yeah, Bristleback should be fine. Although if the Earthshaker comes around, Bristleback may decide to go on it. But it looks like they're going to back off as well. But here comes the Slark. He's going to find his way down. He's going to find himself ringing at heroes. This is going to be a disaster for Slark. Here comes the right click. There comes the Queen of Pain. Here comes the screen. Here comes some Bristleback Quills. And I don't think he's going to get out of here alive unless they chase him. Though they decide not to chase him, Slark's going to get out. Here comes the Silencer. They're able to zone him out with a quick Curse of the Silent. And they're going to reset. Slark hiding in the trees trying to regen up. Here comes the AA ult, but just off the mark. They're pinging out the Slark. They should be able to find him here. He's already used his ultimate once. Here comes his Dark back. He's able to get it off. And the pounce, good pounce, and he's able to get away.
Good escape.
Looks like Quap's just gonna go ahead and head back.
AA should die here, but they decide not to continue on the next right click. AA is going to try to get back. Bristleback is going to come in a little bit again. He wants to go in. Here comes the ultimate. And ignite on the Bristleback. And nothing's going to come of it. A couple of the dire heroes are really low. Here comes the Stark. He's going to go in with the Dark Rack and the Pounce. He's able to bring down the AA. And now they're moving. Now they feel confident going a little bit further. Here comes the Stark again. He's got to pounce up in 9 seconds. He's going to try to chase, but I think this is about it here. He uses the ultimate. Here comes the Shadow Dance. Chasing down on the Bristleback a little bit again. Ignite on the Bristol. Now he's going to be slower. Right click down. Dark Pack. Zeki might kill himself there. Here comes the ultimate by the Viper. He's able to bring down the Stark again. I don't think that's quite worth it for him, but now here comes the chase on the Viper. Ignite and Fire Blast is up. Nope. Decides not to use it, and he's going to get zoned out by the Fissure on the Earthshaker. Really good Fissure right there.
Tower's getting beat down.
He was so close to death right there. After he
Yeah.
used his Soul Ring to get enough mana to do that, he was at, I think, 30.
Dyer's mid
I agree. I think it was about 30. That was really brave. You can't kill yourself with a soul ring, though, can you?
You cannot.
I just think if you're not high enough, it won't let you use it, correct?
No, you can use it. It won't kill you.
Oh.
You can be at 1 health and you can still use it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh,
I
we're
didn't know
going
that.
in on the Queen of Pain. Throws out the Ignite, just some quick harass. If Pop had more mana, she'd be able to kill him, but I suppose last
She
time
has her.
done that.
She has her orchid now. It's the recipe's in her stash.
Yeah, so Slark can't farm in the lane anymore. If he does, he dies.
I feel like if any of them show alone, they die now.
I mean, a couple of them. Well, like she'd have to blow the ult on him to kill him before like the Orca times out. But like, CM dies, Silencer more or less dies. I mean, he's trying to build a mech, but he's not quite there yet. You know, Death Prophet probably dies. Ogre probably lives, and if she doesn't blow the ult, Slark probably lives. But that's it. So, I mean, she can kill 3 heroes at will, and if she wants to blow the ult on the Slark like she should, she'll die. And look, another zoning Curse of the Silent.
I feel like if she gets the chance, she should definitely blow the ult on the Slark.
Oh, no, absolutely. That was the point I was trying to say earlier when the Earthshaker used his ultimate on it. Oh, here comes the ult. It's going to hit on the Silencer, and it looks like the Bristleback's going to go in. Here comes the Nasal Goose, able to get stunned by the front. Here comes the ultimate by the TP. Silencer may go down, though, before the fight is about to start. He will indeed. And meanwhile, Death Prophet is going to try to chase up on the Bristleback, but decides not to against it. And it looks like it's just going to be 1 hero down. Although Slark was able to find the Bristleback. Magic Wand usage. Here comes the ulti. He keeps trying to hit his back. That is not the side you want to hit from, and he is able to fall down. And It looks like the Queen of Pain. Okay, there's the Orchid. But yeah, so what I was saying earlier, like if you're talking about like you're trying to bring down the hard carry, like if he doesn't blow his ultimate, the Slark might get away, and then it's definitely not worth it. And then you've almost failed. But by blowing the ultimate and you killing the hard carry, it's so worth it every time. The only time maybe it's not worth it when you're sitting at like maybe like 30, 35 minutes in, and you really need it for those team fight engagements. Then you can kind of justify it, maybe not using it. But yeah, before 20 minutes, set back the hard carry. Always blow your ultimate.
Yep. And at this point,
Oh, top lane looks like the Queen of Pain's able to find the silencer. Here comes the Orchid out and the dagger. Right click. She is gonna blow the ulti on him. A couple more right clicks and he's gonna fall.
I feel like she
So,
could
yeah.
have saved the ult there. But
Um,
it goes back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean he did have his global silence up, so if he was able to pop that, she wouldn't have been able to blink chase him. So now she can't kill his Spark though. She will Orchid though. Here comes he's able to perch it up. Shadow Dance. Oh, he misses the pounce.
Yeah, and she's gonna get. Oh, she runs into the DP.
Oh, and here comes the silent. If he can get off a nope, not quite. Silence not leveled up quite enough.
Just too quick for him. Bop's exceptionally hard to catch if you don't have a reliable stun to grab her.
Silences are worse. Like when you play those high mobility heroes like Storm, Ember, Quap, Anti-Mage, silences are way worse because they last a lot longer. And then in the mid lane, here comes the Viper, gonna go on the Ogre, is able to bring him down, and the Bristleback is gonna chase the Silencer, decides against it. Here comes the Slark and the Queen of and the Death Prophet, but it looks like they're gonna get zoned out. Oh, nice silence, stopping the fissure just in mid-cast animation. It looks like they may try to keep going, and they're gonna catch the Bristleback out, but he's able to kind of weasel his way around. They really need to get in front of him to hit him in the front, but it looks like he's able to bring down, and that's gonna be a double kill coming in the way of the Death Prophet. So really good there, and then the ultimate by the Slark is gonna regen up, and that'll be it.
And they got the Quap there too. That's a
Yep.
really big catch for them, because she's at 8k. She's double the net worth of their highest hero.
Oh no, that was definitely a good kill. And you can already see it start to drop a little bit.
It's interesting to me the way that the Death Prophet ults have been running this game. I mean, normally in 6.83 especially, you see the ults going to take down towers and such. Do you think
Yeah.
that's misplays, or do you think, like, especially
think-
because in the lead up to TI5, for example, the Death Prophet has been, like, at the bottom of the pick list. And I wonder if it's that she's not effective at pushing towers anymore. What do you guys think?
No, she still is. I think the first two ultis that I saw from the Death Prophet were definite misplays. Right there though, totally worth it. Like,
Gotcha.
especially when you're dealing with someone like a Queen of Pain who can blink out, like, and your silence isn't that long right now, like every little extra bit of damage that you can get in to maybe kill her quickly, like, it's totally worth it. Especially given how far ahead she is. So like right there, I'm totally okay with it. And meanwhile, Stark is going to go in on the AA. They're able to bring him down. I don't think he was able to get the ultimate on anybody. Here comes the Cryptsworn, another zoning out, but not able to do anything with it. The Viper and the Bristleback are kind of eyeing them down from the high ground. Bristleback going to come up, try to throw a little harass with the nasal goo, but doesn't look like anything's going to come for it. And it looks like we got the Mexican standoff on the high ground. Meanwhile, Slark's doing the smart thing. He's running down and is trying to farm the bot lane. And it looks like the rest of the Dire is going to try to team up and maybe try to make something happen.
It looks like the
And like, and this is one of those things where, like, from the Radiant side, like cooldown aware, like they've blown DP's ult, they've blown Silencer's ult. Now, granted, it was a little while ago, but like they should recognize, like, they don't have anything. Like they do now, but they didn't before. Oh, and Silencer's just gonna get absolutely destroyed right there. Stark in low end, comes in with the pounce. TP already blinked, but she's able to get out in time. Echo Slam,
Radiant's top towers.
Ignite. Oh, and there comes the ultimate on the Slark. He is gonna fall with the Queen of Pain.
Radiant's top towers and bad.
if you could have got the Quap there, that would have been worth it. But she gets away, so
Yeah.
not worth it.
Radiant's bottom towers seem better.
There's just not that much that they can do to this Bristleback to get him down.
Dire's mid tower.
No, he's pretty tanky. Here comes the DP ult. And again, like, I mean, she better get both of these kills in order to justify this. Oh, it looks like she maybe is able to kill the Bristleback, so that's really well played. Here comes the Global Silence out by the Silencer. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of that one was. It didn't really block anything.
I think he might have been worried that the Quap was up in the trees above him, so it might have been just him being
Preemptive.
paranoid and blowing the ult.
Or maybe it was a misunderstanding about the way that the Death Prophet ult works. Hard to say.
I mean, if they were worried about that, like if he was gonna cast the silence, like the DP should have immediately backed off if that's what they were afraid of. Instead, she stayed in the lane. So if he did blow that ult to try to ward him off of the pop, she stayed in the lane, which was the opposite of what they wanted to do. Ogre Magi is going to find himself really low. Klopp is going to come in, Screen of Pain misses though, but oh, she's building a Dagon, is able to blow him up immediately, but she finds herself stuck in the middle of 3 dire heroes and falls immediately. Not the greatest play right there. Like, she needs to recognize, and the Slark is able to bring down the, here comes the Shadow Dance. Viper can't do anything, he's going to get slowed by the Crystal Nova. He's going to have a pounce up here in another second. Is he able to bring him down? Yes, he is. And he's going to run around and is able to regen up, and the Radiant are kind of throwing here quite badly. The Clop has got to recognize how far ahead she is of everybody else, and blinking in to get a kill on what is the lowest net worth hero on the Dire to then immediately die at the hands of the Slark is, you can't allow yourself to do that.
Yeah, probably not worth it, especially since the odds were so low that she'd actually escape from that alive going 1v3.
Right. I mean, like, she wanted, I understand what she wanted to do. She wanted to get the kill.
Oh yeah.
But then she fed infinitely more. They've lost. We've had in the last 5 minutes a $5,000 or 5,000 net worth swing.
Sure.
Yeah, and now the
And the net worth is going down about 5,000 as well.
And Experience is now on the Dire side. They have a 1,000 advantage now.
That was a 5k net worth and XP swing over the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah. And now you have your 3 cores on the Dire passing up the Bristleback and
that's another death on the Queen of Pain. They are gonna go on the Bristleback, and he might be able to get down to 2 kills. Oh, Quill Spray, able to perch it off, and it looks like Stark's gonna get away. He does have that Shadow Blade. This is a really good game for the Silver Edge if he's able to farm it up. I mean, it'll be good at any point in time, but if he can get it quickly, like, he can actually destroy this Viper and this Bristleback.
Isn't that item so good on a Slark now? I'm so impressed with it. Yeah.
Like, it's actually like a late game item now, because like Shadow Blade has always been really good on Slark. The problem is whenever you run it, oh, in the meantime he's gonna go on the Bristleback and right click up, walk around and hit him in the front. Alright, PSA to anybody who plays against a Bristleback. If you are able to stun him and stun lock him in place, take the extra half second to run around and punch him in the face.
What is it, like a 20% damage decrease?
It's 40.
I think it's more, yeah.
40? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And that's with it, and that comes before the damage block.
That's insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're hitting him for 100, nope. Okay, here comes the DP ult, and it should bring down the Bristleback. It does. Here comes the Global Silence, but it doesn't matter against the Viper, who's just going to sit there, but he's going to tank all of that damage, and that's another kill.
And now the Bristleback is falling behind all 5 of the Dire heroes in net worth.
Yep. Fissure by this or Shaker. That is not a winning play, my man. Yeah, this is starting to become Game of Thrones right now.
Yeah, they should have had this in 30 minutes.
Like the net worth is still good on the Quap, but the problem is that everyone else is catching up, and I don't like the Dagon build. To be honest, I think she should have, I think the Orchid is fine because it allows you to solo kill the Slark and the Silencer and the CM where you may or not have been able to without blowing the ult. But I think after that, I think going for an Ags, Ags is just too poor on Queen of Pain right now.
Yeah, that's a misplay on his part for going for that. But
I mean, if he was at 10k net worth and then the next highest Dire hero was at like 4 or 3, sure, whatever, do whatever you want to do, man. Like, there's just nothing they can do to you at this point. But like the fact that you've he fed 2 kills in a row and then decided to go for a Dagon. I don't think it's just not a good choice.
Well, here comes the Slark. It looks like he's gonna try and pick him off of her. Might try to get the ES here.
Yeah, he should be able to kill the Earthshaker relatively easily, and I don't know if he's able to send it out. Here comes the AA ult though. Here comes the Shadow Blade, and Quap is able to blink away, dust it on the Slark. He should purge this. I don't know why he's not purging the dust. And Quap's able to blink away and she'll be able to get out.
Yeah, that's a 5-man rotation. They didn't get anything out of it. And the Viper's pushing bottom, and the Bristle and the Quap are pushing mid.
Yep.
It would have been worth it if they would have got the Quap, but since they didn't, that wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Problem is that they're just not itemizing well.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Like the Death Prophet went out Rod of Atos, which I mean I guess is okay against like maybe like the Bristleback, but like what are you gonna do? Slow a Quap and then she just misplay. She wasn't able to get the silence off in time, and now she's just blinked in. She's got another 2 seconds. She tried to drop the ult, but it gets stunned by the Ogre Magi. They're really well timed Fire Blast right there to stop the cast animation of the Scream or the Sonic Wave.
Looks like they might get the Bristle here too.
Oh, here comes it. Walk around and hit him in the front. It hit him in the front. Oh my god. Alright, they're still able to get the kill, but
I feel like what they should be doing here is taking Roche, not chasing after the Viper. Roche's on your Slark would be so good for them right now. What does he have item-wise?
The Dire might want to
Looks like he's going for a BKB next.
I think he should finish the Silver Edge, to be honest with you. Here comes
I
the
agree.
and then, but the Viper is actually pretty squishy right now. Uses the mech, but it doesn't matter.
How about that?
I think he might have been able to get out of there. Like at that
With the
point in time,
TP?
you're like, yeah, like
You just have to commit to it.
I think he panicked. If he panicked, then whatever. If he actually turned around to try to fight it, like you have to realize, like you're not like when you're that low, no amount of mech usage is gonna save you, especially if he's gonna have backup like he should. Like you just gotta hope for the best and hope the TP gets you out.
Yeah.
Oh, this AA is in a terrible place right now.
And yep, there comes the Rod of Atos. Piles start right click.
How about that?
I'm guessing went to go do some aggressive warding, but the ward right here was able to catch him out, and they were able to rotate in on him.
And they're just letting this Slark catch up. He's about to pass up the Viper now. He's only 2k behind the, or well, 3k behind the Quap now. I can't talk today.
And he's able to catch the Bristle. Like, see, he could have had a Silver Edge by now, and all this right clicking he's doing against the back of Bristleback, it actually would be doing a lot more damage.
How about that?
And he wouldn't be taking cool sprays to the face, but who am I to judge?
And with that kill, he does pass up the Viper and closes the gap more with Quap. And I will. Oh wow! Take a look at the net worth graph.
Oh, I'm sure it's dropped dramatically, yep.
Dire's almost got a 5k lead now.
Their rotations are just a lot better at this point in time. I don't think the Radiant have itemized particularly well, and they keep getting caught out. Again, we find the AA getting caught out again.
And that's the Ogre finishing his push stick.
Push stick.
Radiant's
Sure.
bottom tower. Have fun trying to bust down Radiant structures now.
Queen of Pain is going to blink in. She silences the Slark, barely catches him at the end of the thing. He does get dusted. Here comes the Global Silence, and looks like the Slark is going to go on the Viper. He's still right-clicking down, still a Shadow Dance. Here comes the Vision, able to slam him out. Here comes the Echo Slam. Here comes the BKB usage, but he is going to fall down to the Bristleback. Really well played there, but it doesn't matter because they're going to lose another Bristleback hero. He gets Renovate toasted with so much damage coming out between the Ghost, the Frostbite, the Crystal Nova, and the Fire Blast and the Ignite. He's going to fall down super quickly. Here comes the AA ult. Is going to catch 3.
Ooh.
Which is really nice because now the Death Prop is not going to heal up from that. Queen of Pain buys back.
Oh, the Ogre was so close to shattering there.
Yeah.
Ogre's
That was
Ogre's
really
so
close.
bulky.
Bottom tower ain't a
I
pretty
still
sight
think they
right
should
now.
push here. The Quap's ultimate is down, so, and she's not that scary. You do have a 6-second silence on her.
Maybe
with
they're going
the,
to If they take Roche, then
Yeah, it looks like they are. Looks like the Stark will TP in.
yeah. I feel like that's worth it going to get
Use
Roche.
Bloodlust. Use Bloodlust. There you go.
It's been a long time since I've seen a silencer core, which is what this has turned into.
I think he's kind of transitioned into it.
Yeah.
You know, he's 34 stolen intelligence. He is relatively tanky, all things considered, and he does have some sort of mobility. The pure damage is actually pretty good, so... Silence is one of those supports that can't transition, although good silence off. They're gonna bring down the Ogre, but it looks like the Quap is able to break out, but she gets seen. Here comes the Rod of Atos. She's gonna get slowed, and she's got one more blink to silence. She's not gonna be able to get out in time, and that's gonna be 2 more heroes. They should be able to take a set of racks with that. That's a buyback on the Quap. She is not able to buy back right here. Are they gonna see the Ancient Apparition?
Nope. He's gonna get out of there. Does he have a TP? Does he have a TP? No, he does not. And they're gonna see him with this ward here, and they should, in my opinion, turn around, kill him, and go grab the creep wave. They're pinging him out.
You know the drill.
He's gonna get the wrap around. He may know. Slark pounced down. Alright, good pounce by the Slark.
Well, other than getting second threes.
Yeah, he's got 3. I would have liked to pounce into the large camp, but
yeah. Now the A is gonna get away. Oh well.
It's not a big deal.
The Dire might want to find.
Oh, and as of now, the DP and the Slark have overtaken Quap in net worth. They are both.
It looks like she's starting to build Ags, but she could have been 2,000 gold closer to it had she not built the Dagon.
Too little, too late.
I think she overestimated how far ahead she was at the time. If you'd aimed for it from the beginning, I think it was okay. But when she died 2 times, back to back in the mid lane, with the only gold gaining is coming from the
passive
ogre
game
she killed.
Yeah.
And now it's a blown Echo Slam. So that's a scenario where that's a huge misplay. Because now they know they don't have any. They don't have an Echo Slam.
And now the
So that's now key for there's 2 ults you have to be worried about this game: Echo Slam and Sonic Wave. Because Ice Blast is going to come every 40 seconds. There's nothing you can do about that. And it's still only a level 1, so it's not a big deal. Echo Slam can hurt you, and Sonic Wave can hurt you. Well, he just wasted Echo Slam for nothing, so now is the time to push. Especially with everything else. Rod of Atos, here comes the pop. She's able to blink 8. Global Silence coming out. More of a dissension, but she does pop the Exorcism. Sonic Wave comes out. The Viper ulti comes out. Oh. She does have the Aegis, but Exorcism doesn't persist through it. AA is going to fall. Silencer is going to right click down. Here comes the dagger coming out on him. She's able to right click down. The Death Prophet is still getting right click down by the Viper and the Queen of Pain, and she's able to fall. Here comes the Slark though. Let's see if he can try to pop up. He activates the BKB a little bit too early for my taste, but here comes Dark Packs off. Chasing down. It looks like the Bristleback is still chasing down the Ogre Magi, but it doesn't realize that the Slark is right behind him. Another pounce, so that isn't able to latch on. Here comes the Fissure. Nope, not quite. Looks like they're gonna go in on the
oh, that was a waste
on the Earth Shaker.
Glacial Storm.
Heals up on the Queen of Pain, and he's gonna blink away. He's still gonna try to dive this. I don't know who he was going to go for. He's gonna hit the Bristleback. Again, he keeps trying to attack him from the back, and he kills him so much faster. And meanwhile, Viper's gonna continue to write down. No, Slark, but he does get the pounce off and one more right click, and he's gonna die to the poison thing.
And the Ogre is now at almost 11,000 net worth too, so...
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about the, I think it's one of those times I think he should have gone Silver Edge first before he went Shadowblade, and now it looks like he's gonna try to go for Scotty. He really needs to finish the Silver Edge, because it works so well against the Bristleback and the Viper in this game.
I agree.
That was a wasted,
Another wasted Echo Slam.
Yep.
And...
This Maiden's just gonna walk off.
Like that is. Not only did he waste Echo Slam, but let's say he didn't waste Echo Slam, and he gets this kill. You wasted one of the best ultimates in the game to kill the Crystal Maiden.
Yep. He does finally have his Blink Dagger.
He's had it for a little while now.
Has he? I must have missed it when he got it. Well, neither team decided to put a sentry up here, so both of them are just going to have observers up there, I guess. On the ward spot there. But there's the silencer Ags.
So yeah, so now the mistake that the Quap made on itemization is now kind of transferred its way over to the Slark. I can forgive the BKB first, I understand not wanting to get you know, nasal gooed or fissured or echo slammed and, you know, delaying the ice blast, but in the daggers and the screams of pain. But like getting that silver edge with the amount of times that he's gone on the Viper and the Bristleback would have just been absolutely insurmountable.
Oh yeah. Looks
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
a good
gonna
pro
get
tip.
AA
He's
here.
pounced on the AA, but it doesn't seem to matter. He's able to right click him down. I don't think he just realized that the ultimate from Viper goes through BKB. He's a very, very slow Slark right now. And he's missed the pass again. They should be able to kill him down right now if they're able to get a couple more right clicks. But he's going to get bloodlusted on. Here comes the global silence out, and the DP is going to use her exorcism. They should be able to take down this tower relatively quickly. You know what would be really nice right now?
Tower's in trouble.
Echo Slam.
That'd be okay.
He will have it up in 15 seconds though.
Oh wow. Take a look at the net worth graph and the XP graph real quick.
Oh yeah, it's just a huge fountain dive.
Yeah. It's at about 15k for the Dire. So all in all, it's been about a 22,000 gold change from when Radiant started throwing the game.
I mean, the thing is, like, the Dire have given them like a lot of opportunities to get back in it as well. Like I don't like. I think it's more on Radiant than it is Dire's play. That's allowed them to like get as far ahead as they have. But the Dire certainly haven't done anything to like take this lead out. I think the AA has gotten caught out one too many times, and I don't think they realize that they have an invisible Slark just roaming their jungle at all times, who's now going to take on the Viper.
Yeah, and he just got the Shaker too. And he is DD'd, I believe, right now, so...
He does get silenced, and BKB is able to first it out. He does have Pounce, and doesn't look like he's going to get away. Like, that's just one of those things, like, that's why I didn't like the BKB, was, like, I know he gets rid of all the other stuff, but Viper Ultimate still goes through you as the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And you know, I don't think we mentioned it this game, but Silver Edge does disable the passives. It has that break
Yes.
mechanic, which is why it's so key against the Viper and the Bristleback.
Right. And given the amount of times he's pounced on the Bristleback just to right click in the back 20 times, like, it would have been very helpful.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why it was dying, because remember, the attacking Bristleback from the sides or back also does proc those quill sprays, and that does a lot of damage to you and stacks the damage onto you.
Yep. I mean, every time he attacked him, like, on one of those things, he'd walk away from, like, another 5 full sprays. So, like, as long as Bristleback got, like, another one up, like, he just basically did, like, 300 to 400 physical damage for free.
What a jerk.
Yeah, and it looks like he's set on getting the Scotty first, which... I mean, it is a very good item on the start, don't get me wrong. Here comes the Fissure out by the Global Silence is going to be used, but oh, good Yules up by the Ogre Magi, but the Bristleback is still going to go on the Silencer, but he's going to find himself trapped between 4 heroes. Frostbitten, and he can't even right click at this point in time, and that's just going to fall down.
They're just putting the last nails into the coffin of the Radiant team.
They're not roaming as 5, they keep roaming in like these small groups, but these small groups get like, I mean, they're up against like some really good ganking heroes with like Siam is like, when she partners well, like she's a really good ganking hero. Like the Frostbite and then not being able to right click with someone against like Viper and Bristleback, it's actually pretty huge.
I think Viper's trying to get a Scotty right now. I'm not really sure what he's doing with this ultimate orb. Because he's already got him in.
Yes.
I really can't tell what he's thinking there.
I mean, I guess the Scotty, I mean, like if he was gonna go next level and like got a sheep stick, I think that would be really cool. But I doubt that's what it is, because people want damage more than they want utility. So
Yeah. Casual ultimate orb.
like,
Nope. Yep. That's definitely a Scotty.
Yep.
Sure.
Let's see.
Well, it's not the worst item in the world.
No.
I mean, it makes him more tanky. He's gonna be able to dish out some more Nether Toxin or some more corrosive skin, which is always good.
Yeah, plus the move and attack slow. It's alright.
I feel like there could have been better items he could have gone for, but it'll work.
I mean, at this point, like, he is a tank, and he's just not dishing up enough damage. Like, I think that's got to go to the Bristleback at this point in time. But even like he's trying to build an Octarine core. Like they have no physical DPS because the Viper hasn't really. Viper's built more tank than he has deeps. The Bristleback is trying to build more like lifesteal's tank than he is DPS. The Queen of Pain, like she has her Ags, Dagon, like Orchid, so she's more burst oriented. They just don't have that like sustained fighter. Like I guess like a Slark against like a Viper or a Bristleback who kind of goes like the builds that they're going, like he's just gonna weave in and out. He's gonna come in, he's gonna pounce, he's gonna right click, he's gonna shadow dance, he's gonna right click, and if they can't kill him, he's gonna run away. He's gonna regen all of his health back up, and then he's gonna go in. And it looks like he's gonna kill the AA right there with relative ease.
I still feel like going back to the draft. I still feel like they should have taken the Gyro over the Viper, but I just really like Gyro personally.
He's a good hero.
But I feel like he'd be in the situation and the team comp that they have. He would have been better than the Viper. But that might just be personal preference of the player that's playing the Viper. Who knows?
And it looks like he's gonna catch the Bristleback out. Run around him in the face. And the Bristle is gonna learn that he can just TP out. So yeah, he at this point in time he needs to grab the Silver Edge or he needs to grab a Basher. I would be shocked if he gets anything other than one of those two items.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
And now Ogre has a Shiva's.
Oh,
Or not Shiva's, but Scotting.
Stalker's gonna go on the Viper. Looks like the Viper's gonna fall. Sonic Wave was used, able to bring him down a little bit, but Stark did use his Shadow Dance. He's able to regen some of that. AA is gonna find himself in a world of hurt, but notice Stark decides something to go on him. He's gonna get chased down by the Bristleback. Oh, great silence there by the Queen of Pain. May have saved the Stark's life, but he is dusted up and he does get brought down by the Bristleback. Meanwhile, the AA falls down. Here comes the silencer. He's gonna try to go in, but it looks like the Bristleback's not gonna have any of it. Throwing out the snot, throwing out the cool sprays, doing a lot of damage. Good frostbite there by the CM to keep the right click from the attacking. Ogre's gonna come in, gonna throw down, he's ignited, he's gonna try to bloodlust, he's gonna try to bring down this Bristleback, and he's gonna be able to. He just needs one more fire blast, he could heal the bot. No, he decides not to go for it. They're gonna focus more on the creeps.
Top tower is taking hits.
That is a 4-for-1 trade,
I feel
and DP's ultimate is up. This should be at least a set of racks.
Yep, there's GG. Oh well, that's from the Dire saying GG.
I don't, okay.
I thought that was Radiant saying GG.
Nope.
Radiant's mid tower's coming up.
But
Like the clock, he's gonna try. Here comes the Sonic Wave. He gets ignited. Oh, there's the Dagon burst. One more right click. Oh, he does bring down the Death Prophet. Really good play there by the Quap. I think the Quap should have stayed back a little bit more until she had some more health, and then her Bristleback buys back. He's gonna chase down the Ogre. Here comes the Stock Goose. He's slowed. He's gonna try to bloodlust himself, but it's not gonna be enough. That slow is gonna be a really bad stack. Here comes the Bristleback. More Qs, more cool sprays. CM does use the Frostbite and is able to stop him from attacking. And Blink, Fissure, good Fissure, stunning both heroes. Bristleback still on the chase. Yule's up on the Earthshaker. Bristleback still chasing. One more Goot test, 4 staff away to get himself a little bit further. And it looks like they're gonna make it out. Really, really, really good plays there by the two supports on the Dire team.
one thing the Dire team is doing wrong, in my opinion, is they're not putting their Aegis on their Slark. They're putting it on their DP. Their Slark needs that Aegis more than the DP.
It used to be good back when Exorcism persisted through death on Reincarnation, but now that it doesn't, yeah, it needs to be on the Slark.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
That's I think the second Aegis they've given to the DP that should have been on the Slark.
Okay.
And that,
Javelin builds in the Skull Basher, right?
yes.
Okay, good. I still want the Silver Edge, but Skull Basher is fine.
Yeah, he's going Basher. He just picked up a Belt of Strength,
Okay.
so I guess he won. I'm hoping he turns that into an Abyssal Blade.
Oh, it has to. I mean, yeah, like I said, Abyssal Blade's really good against the Quap, but I just, from the beginning,
the Silver Edge, yeah.
he should have built the Silver Edge.
Yeah, he should have had that
The Dire
minute 20.
about that bottom tower. The Dire winning
It looks like we got another 20 seconds on Exorcism, but it looks like they're still going to try to clear it out. Ice Splash to clear out some stacks, so here comes the Ogre. They're going to go on the AA. He's just food at this point in time because you're coming out by the Earthshaker. Here comes the ultimate on the... Ooh, missed Echo Slam. Almost close. CM ultimate. Oh, not enough. It looks like they're going to bring her down real quickly. Global Silence coming out, but it looks like the Bristleback going to change. Mispounced by the Slark. He's coming in. Usually BKB, they are going to be able to bring down the Bristleback. Exorcism comes out by the Death Punch. Needs to be careful not to get caught up by the Quap here. Quap doesn't have their ultimate for another 20 seconds, so they got about 20 seconds to do as much damage as they can to this tower and rack. Viper waiting in the back. Everyone backing it up. Here comes the dagger. And it looks like the pure damage from the sniper able to do a lot of damage to the Viper right there. Death Prophet still trying to stay back, kind of be a little bit hesitant. Queen of Pain, here comes the Queen. Oh, but the heal's able to heal her up just in time. I think it's the ultimate for the DP, but she's going to use it anyway on the Slark. Slark uses the Shadow Dance, is able to wait, uses his Dark Pack, but doesn't able to Dark Pack the Frostbite knob. Uses the Shadow Blade. Ooh, and another kill, but it looks like they are able to bring down the Over Magi. Pounds him by Slark, he's getting flash, but they're able to blink out, and the AA is going to fall again. Slark still trying to chase the Death Prophet, or the Queen of Pain. One more right click. If he gets the bash off, nope, not enough.
Radiant's mid-rags ain't looking so hot.
Dagger. Oh, go ahead.
Something that was happening during that fight. The DP, she had creeps there, yet she decided she wanted to tank the tower that whole time that she was sitting there using her ult. That's why she was so low. She was sitting there tanking the tower the whole time.
Radiant's mid-rags is out of the picture.
It ends up being one set of racks for Radiant Heroes fall.
Radiant's top
the Queen of Pain has actually played a lot better in the last like 10 to 15 minutes, and I think that's because she realizes like how not far ahead they are, and she's playing more correctly in my opinion, staying back, waiting to see when she can kind of pounce in, burst, and get a kill. Trying to land the Sonic Wave on all of the targets, but you know, at this point in time, you know, Silencer is actually transitioning into a really good core. He does has the Refresher up, so that's going to be 12 seconds of global silence that pierces spell immunity. The Slark has a Skull Basher. She does pick up a Slice of Ice, which is really good. If she's able to get that off, like, you know, if they're able to coordinate it down, they can burst down the Slark before he does anything. The Blink Hex. Oh, but in the meantime, the Slark is going to go on the Viper. His BPB is dropping. He's dealing against 5 heroes. He should die here. I don't even think he's going to be able to get off the Viper. Echo Slam is going to drop to stun-lock him. I'm okay with that. One more right click, Scream of Pain, and they're able to bring him down. Yeah.
And he did use his
So like Echo Slam there, really good. You save your Viper, you lock him down, and you're able to bring him down with your other 4 heroes.
Yeah, it gave the Quap enough time to get over there, sacrifice, and burst him down.
Yeah, like I think he was gonna die anyways, but the use is right there to save your Viper, who, you know, unfortunately is your next highest net worth hero, despite the just absolutely astounding amount of net worth you have on what is basically now 4 dire cores.
Yeah. And even the Crystal Maiden has a lot of money.
I mean, like, the Ogre Magi has a Scotty. Why he has a Scotty instead of an Ags, I don't know, but he has a Scotty.
I guess he wanted to click things. But he is building his Ags right now. He's 1,000 gold away from it.
Guys, I gotta admit, the animation is cooler. Like, honestly, the particle effects from Scotty, come on.
Right?
Pretty good.
But it does look like the Quap's going to be trying to do a little bit of split pushing while they're all out and about. Roshan respawns in, I think it was a minute. But
yeah,
Quap's going to back off.
Super short respawn too.
I feel like she could have stayed there, but for a little bit longer, got a little bit of chip damage in on the tower, but that's just my opinion.
They're still up 25 net worth, but like, so they're up 25k net worth, but it's on items like Scotty, on an Ogre Magi, Drums on a CM, which I mean I guess is good early game. It's on an Atos for Death Prophet. All right. I think honestly the only person, like in my opinion, that like has itemized like really well this game for the dire side has been the Silencer, and like he was supposed to be a support and he transitioned into a core. Like his itemization is really good. I think going mech first on him is kind of weird because it's a harder build up, but like from there going into a 4-staff, then Ags, then Refresher, like that's exactly what he should have been building into.
I feel like the Ogre should have been their mech carrier, not the Silencer.
Ogre has pretty substantial mana problems.
Well, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just feel like Silencer shouldn't have been the one to buy the mech.
Looks like we're gonna have a fight him in. The Stark is gonna go in. Here comes the global silence, but he does get hexed up just in time. Pops the BKB. Still gonna go on the Viper. Gets one bash off, two bashes off, gets a couple more bashes off. Julia is still right now. It's pretty painful for Sonic Wave. Able to miss. Great Echo Slam. Here comes the right there, but they're still gonna fire so much damage coming out from the Dark. They're gonna drop one. They're gonna drop two. They're gonna drop three. Buyback coming in on the pop in the Viper. Extra to the pop. Gonna bring down the pop. Run up She's still pushing back. Oh, this AA is so poor. Finds himself dead again. That's gonna be a 5-man wipe. Two buybacks coming in on the Queen of Pain and the Viper.
That, as poor as the AA is, he's not the poorest person on the map.
That is true. But all you need is a blink and a prayer when you have an looks like the silence is going to connect on the Queen of Pain, as is the Renovator super slow, but the blink comes out. Frostbite into a Yules. They're just dropping everything on him, but she does blink out. And they should just be taking a Rex, and this should be GG.
Radiant's top brag.
Yeah, if this isn't GG, that's just Radiant being stubborn.
Ultimate on the Viper, but at this point it's just silly and frolic. Here comes the second ult coming out from the silencer. They are going to chase down the Quap. She's not able to blink out. All the right clicks from the silencer are really damaging this time. He has 68, correct, that's 70 stolen intelligence.
Team wipe.
That's insane how much damage he's doing right now.
He's been in all the fights. He's positioned himself well. He's stolen a lot of intelligence. There's the GG call. I think the silencer honestly played the best in my opinion in this game.
Yeah,
and you can tell from the top of the net worth chart, from the hero that started out in the off lane with the Ogre Magi, and I think the Ogre Magi tried to prioritize farm over him. The Silencer definitely the MVP in my opinion.
The man of the match, Captain Trips. Well played, sir.
But that was just really good play by Trips. From transitioning from a support that he was supposed to be into a core. That was really well played by him.
Yep.
Really good game for the Dire side. Any last comments? We'll start with Tugs.
Not much. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about the heroes that were chosen because I think it's just people wanting to play what they want to play and whatnot. But like itemization is just really key. Like the Quap going Dagon first was, I think, a mistake. The Orchid first is fine, but not transitioning quicker into a Hex or into a Scepter was bad. And then the Slark not grabbing at the Silver Edge was, I feel like, a pretty big mistake as well. But I mean, overall, I mean, just well played by everybody. It's fun community nights, but yeah, like if you're trying to learn to get better, like itemization, like is a really important aspect of things.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's really the takeaway is that in this community nights, it's definitely a learning experience, and there are a lot of varying skill levels, so everybody can learn something from these games.
Mm-hmm.
Erieks, would you like to add any last comments?
1 second.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We have 2 mechs on the Radiant team.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well played. So communication, yes.
I would just basically be saying what Tugs has already said. He said pretty much everything that there was to say there.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart player, so I definitely give him credit on these commentating and analysis of the in-game play. So yeah, I've got to concur. That's pretty much all I've got as well. So thanks for joining me, guys. I do appreciate it. Hopefully,
have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody, and hope to see you all, including the CoCasters, in one of these future community nights. Have a good night.